Hello everybody, my name is Katie Parker. Welcome to On Deck. This is where I like to talk a little bit about the happenings in the world of sports. Since our last On Deck, the largest win in Super Bowl history and the first overtime happened as the New England Patriots overcame a 25-point deficit to tie the game in the final minute and pull off a surprising comeback win in overtime. The U.S. men's national soccer team had its first friendlies under the direction again of Bruce Arena, although the only real difference we can see so far is that he is bringing in a few more players that Klinsmann never really looked at. On the U.S. women's national team front, Carly Lloyd and Alex Morgan have followed in the footsteps of Crystal Dunn and retired U.S. women's national team player Heather O'Reilly and moved overseas to play. Bringing up the question, what is this going to do for women's soccer in general, but especially here in the United States? But the most talked about event recently to turn everyone's world upside down, yep, you guessed it, Beyonce is pregnant with twins. Okay, just kidding, but it is Beyonce, so how can you not mention it? No, the most recent sporting event was All-Star Weekend, and everyone's all up in arms about the 66th annual All-Star Game not being competitive. But for me, it is still doing its job as entertainment. Giannis trying to posterize people, Harden hitting half-court shot, Russ doing Russ things. It's still a fun exhibition game of the best players in the world. Now, I'll tell you what needs to change. The celebrity game. Without the likes of Kevin Hart, the celebrity game has turned into a bunch of random celebrities trying to prove that they were at some point athletic in their lives, which is fine, but that's not really entertaining. The showmanship factor was severely lacking this year. And let's talk about the dunk competition. Year after year, people say that they're disappointed with it. I believe that we have seen the limit of what human beings are physically capable of when it comes to impressive dunks. So I think now you have to focus on the showmanship factor to deliver that wow moment that deserves all 10s. And of course, what better way to do that than to incorporate the latest developments in technology. Intel got a nice plug this year when Orlando's Aaron Gordon brought out a drone to drop a ball and pass it to him for his dunk. And it was exciting and impressive because it's not something we've seen before. But the dude couldn't execute, which definitely lowered the impressive level. Back to the All-Star game. I know people are upset because of the records being broken, like Anthony Davis surpassing Wilt Chamberlain's scoring record, because back in the day, there was actually defense played and fouls called. Now it's just an offensive free-for-all. But if you think about it, it did take 55 years for that record to be broken. And the game of basketball itself has changed a lot, which makes surpassing records actually harder in many ways during regular season play. So if there's one game a year where the guys actually get to take it easy, have fun, and make history, why not? Look, there are definitely ways to encourage the guys to play more competitively. Putting money on the line for each player's charity is one option. But do we really have an extreme lack of competitive play to fan over? Would you rather have a put everything on the line, really intense game just like all the other ones during the regular season? Or would you rather have a fun, entertaining game where the guys get to relax and show off skills that they wouldn't normally try to pull off in a regular season game? For me, I'd rather the latter. Seeing the guys goof off, laugh, try things that they would normally get criticized for trying in a regular game by fans and coaches alike, it's just a nice chance to see them in their element being amazing basketball players without the pressure. And seriously, when was the last time you actually saw defense played at an All-Star game? So here's a closing thought. If you're one of those people who were not entertained by the All-Star game because it's just not competitive anymore, you're expecting it to be something it isn't. And that is just not a healthy way to go about life. That's all I have for this episode of On Deck. Thank you so much for watching. If you have thoughts that you would like to share, please leave them in the comments below or connect with me on social media, Katie Parker TV. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Do you hear that bird?